Chapter 5. The god Metamind sat meditating with eyes open that shone brightly as a mesh of illuminated colors. No pupils were showing, only the radiant rainbow that flowed through his eyes. "He is concentrating on something," a winged angel said to Garyx. "Yes, I suggest leaving him alone." The angel stared at Garyx. His facial expression remained unchanged. "What is he concentrating on?" Garyx chuckled. "You haven't been paying attention. Your god is concentrating on the 45 distractions that Garyx has set up." "What kind of distractions?" I'm ready to serve my god." Garyx stepped back, motioning his hands sarcastically. "You know what? Forget I said anything. Go disturb your god and alleviate him of one of the distractions." The divine creature stepped forward without hesitation. "Lord, I'm ready to serve." Garyx shook his head. "I hate mindless angels." The god Metamind remained in his concentrated state. Only his hand moved, pointing at the angel. A beam of light and psychic energy left his fingertips, striking the willing angel. Vanishing from sight, the angel was gone. "Did you just smite that angel?" A surprised Garyx asked. The god before him said nothing as his hand lowered. The first angel of the Metamind. "Your part is crucial. These words I have etched on your mind and your soul when my psyche touched you. This was done because it is much faster to explain things to you by giving you the knowledge instantly versus verbally. As your guide, I command you to deal with this problem that is within your capabilities. You must protect my worshippers within this village from the devils that serve Garyx. Absolutely no worshipper is to be harmed in your assigned endeavor." The angel's tone was somber. "Yes, my lord." Stepping forward, dozens of devils were seen with their long fingers sticking into the minds and souls of the unaware worshippers, corrupting them with their vile touch. "You devils are not welcome here." Every devil looked directly at the angel, then back at each other. They laughed as their bodies flowed into their victims, possessing them. "I am not surprised that fiends hide in mortals like the cowards you are." Squinting to get a better look, the angel scratched his head, confused. "I am surprised, however, that you allow them to retain control. You are hiding in plain sight. This is new." He looked up to the sky. "By the might of the Metamind, I will find a way to fight and vanquish each and every one of you." "Lord, I am ready to help," another kneeling angel said to the Metamind. The Metamind pointed at him just as he did the previous one. He vanished from sight in the exact same fashion. The second angel of the Metamind. "Your part is crucial. These words I have etched on your mind and soul when my psyche touched you. This was done because it is much faster to explain things to you by giving you the knowledge instead of instantly verbally. As your god, I command you to find within this labyrinth a collection of crystals. Garyx has sent a battalion of devils. You must find them first. These crystals suppress psychic energy and cannot fall into the hands of the enemy. Lord, by your wisdom and might, I shall find them first," the angel declared, running straight into the dark maze. The cavernous labyrinth had been carved out of solid rock. No light existed here, only darkness. This angel had no care or curiosity about the architecture here. Only his task mattered. The Metamind. A line of angels was formed before the Metamind. One after the other, they were deployed in the same fashion and manner for each given task. Garyx watched intently as they were willingly zapped. On occasion, more than one was sent together. A dozen were sent for one task, but mostly they were sent one at a time. They quietly go. They don't even care if it will kill them. This extreme loyalty angels have is insane. Jarius looked up to the viewing portals set up. None of them showed the angels. They instead showed Mount Skyborn with Jason's avatar, a dozen non-red Klemos, and the kingdom of Babylon. He raised a finger to speak, but said nothing. I must make more archons. The angels will not be enough. They are finite in number. May I ask why? The Metamind pointed at Jarius, zapping the knowledge into him. Garyx is playing a distraction game for reasons that are unclear to now. My attention is split into too many directions, thus distracting me. I am sending these angels to take care of problems for me. There are not enough angels. I need you to bring me my deceased worshippers so I can make them into archons and send them out, just as I did with Lisa. The main problem is that Garyx continues to produce more problems and distractions at a constant rate. For every angel I send to handle one situation, Garyx creates a dozen more problems throughout the material plane. Divine chess. Garyx is not doing anything new. Jarius started to walk out of the room to retrieve dead souls as commanded. I used to do this to gods prior to crushing them. It is an interesting tactic. He is attempting to thin out your power or distract you as you have suggested. Tread carefully, Jason or Alvaro, or whatever it is you prefer to be called. The Metamind's eyes ceased flashing. This is the last time I will tolerate any form of disrespect from you. You will not enjoy what will happen next. The eyes flashed their vibrant colors once again. My apologies. Jarius bowed. He turned around to leave, stepping out of the pyramid and onto the island. Willing his astral body to float up, he moved away from the island. Lisa. After swinging her psychic fist to smash a devil, she spun around to confront another. You vile things convinced me that directly attacking you would result in summoning Garyx himself and giving him some kind of advantage. Liars! That is all your kind is. The devil sprang at her, attacking with his weapon. The thing was impaled by Lisa's fist. The thing laughed. We didn't lie. It coughed as it laughed. Lisa pulled her fist out, opening her palm to create a psychic barrier to absorb the death throes. I don't care, she said to the already obliterated devil. You should. A booming voice behind her said. Lisa spun around, confronted by a massive eye, the eye of Garyx. The flaming dragon's eye stared into her. Lisa looked into the finite depths that the eye held. She felt herself draining. My soul, what are you doing? I am... Her glowing essence flowed out of her eyes and into the eye of Garyx. Lisa fell to the ground, lifeless. A darkness pulsed out of the eye of Garyx that flowed into the dead body of Lisa. That darkness possessed her angelic corpse. The former Archon stood up. Go! Garyx commanded his new servant. She vanished from sight. Jarius Kane searched the heaven of the Metamind within its infinite depths. The souls before him all had different colored auras. Most were blue with tones of light gray. Others were slightly darker. One, however, had a deep red aura. Huh? What have we here? Jarius said, approaching the deep red soul. Garyx remembers your tactics for crushing gods. He was hoping you would notice, the soul said. Who are you? The emissary of Garyx. The soul materialized. His astral form revealed the corrupted form of Lisa. Her wings were bent, contorting at angles that a mortal would find disturbing. Her eyes were solid black, and her body was hunched forward. The halo was broken and dark. So, you have infiltrated his heaven, Jarius commented. Yes, he is far too distracted. You will come with me. Now why would I do that? Jarius smirked. Cretan is of no use to Garyx. He does not care what you do. He merely wants you out of the way. You can either seize your freedom and leave, or I can kill you permanently. The choice is yours, Jarius. The dead wizard laughed. Garyx has gone through a great deal of trouble just to give me this option. You have Jason so distracted that he has sent every disposable angel out. He even has me gathering candidates to become archons. However, I am willing to bet that once he discovers what you have done to poor Lisa, here, he will reevaluate his liberal view on making archons. Make your choice now. Simply go with you and do whatever I want. Yes. Take me to my body. Jason, the avatar of the Metamind. Holding his hand out, the shard of Gerald floated into his palm. Finally, the last one. His body turned to light, leaving the book. The empty house had only one book remaining. It floated in the air. Light exited, forming into his physical body that was holding that book in the air. Discarding the tome casually on the carpet, Jason pulled out one of the shards of Gerald. It has taken me a very long time to get you back together, Gerald. You better have some answers. Crystal shards materialized all around the avatar. They spun, rotating on their own, building momentum by the mental command of the god before them. With but a snap of his fingers, they all combined into a singular standing glass figure. Snapping his fingers again caused the glass to shatter, leaving only fleshy remains. Awaken, Jason said to the unconscious man before him. Gerald opened his eyes. Where am I? What has happened? That is what you are going to tell me. Jason, is that you? Garyx took me, and... I know. I have just saved you and put you back together. I need you to tell me what has happened to my book. Lord, I do not know. Jason held his hand out. Stop. I will just read your thoughts instead. He placed his palm on his forehead, absorbing his memories. Gerald did not resist. After a moment, Jason gently pulled back. I understand. Garyx found you and attacked you. This is just what I suspected. The book you have written was corrupted in the middle of production. The first few copies are pure, but every copy that went to Varus and Laguna is corrupted with vile magic. What should I do, Metamind? Gerald asked. Rally my believers here in Skyborn. Garyx must be stopped. I must depart for Laguna. Yes, Lord, Gerald said. The avatar of the Metamind vanished. Gerald stepped outside, stretching his arms, getting used to his body once again. Everyone, listen to me. Several psychics stopped floating in the air, landing next to Gerald. Others approached with ordinary legs. No one said anything as they listened intently. The Metamind has visited me. We must prepare for war. On a lifeless planet, the Klemos huddled together inside of a cavern. Red won't think to look on this remote planet, one Klemo said. We can fight him now. We should be hunting him, Junior said. Gray waved her hand, dismissing the notion. Unlike Red, we each only have one life. We do not get another opportunity. We have to take our time and strike when the time is right. I've died before, Junior commented. All fitted Klemos looked directly at him. Junior held a serious face. Yes, I have died. Jason brought me back. The warlock that killed me, I was lucky enough to kill him in the end. Twinkle paced back and forth. The moment magic is done preparing the spells, and everyone is rested, we go save more Klemos from Red. The architect Klemo stepped forward. I need some help building here if this is the planet we will use for New Klemo City. It isn't, Gray said, pointing at him. Architect shook his head. Well, why? This is an uninhabited world. It is ideal. So was the last one. We can and need to do better, she said. Spreading his hands apart, Architect Klemo asked, What do you suggest? Gray turned to Junior. You said that Jason created his own demiplane? Yeah, but Jason is a god. You said he did it before he was a god. He was the Metamind when he created it. The man trained for 25 years to understand his full abilities and capabilities. Then he went back in time and created that place for his younger self to train on. Magic looked up from the spell books briefly to say, Sounds like a paradox. Junior Klemo shrugged. He wrote a journal. So? Twinkle asked. The older version of Jason compared it to the one he wrote to ensure everything was paradox-free. Look, this doesn't matter. We have so much work to do. Gray nodded. Of that we agree. She looked at Magic, then back at the other Klemos. We wait on confronting Red again. Until then, we can tackle other pressing matters. She paused to allow the other Klemos to interject. They were quiet. First things first, Architect is right. We need a home. I want him. Twinkle and Junior to come with me. The rest of you stay with Magic. Keep your psychic senses up, ready to evacuate a moment's notice. Should Red discover our location? Questions? She looked around. No one said anything. Twinkle, Gray, Arctic, and Junior vanished. On the material plane, within a locked vault, Lisa, the corrupted Archon, along with Jarius, stepped out of a portal facing this massive vault. Jason ensured that I did not know where my body was. He did, however, explain to me that it is kept in a stasis field frozen in time, similar to what he placed Alvaro Alisto in. Lisa turned to him. Her voice was hoarse. Why do you refer to the Metamind as Jason? Because Jason is my creation, and my creation is the dominant half. If that were untrue, they would not be preparing to battle gods. Alvaro was a lazy psychic. Jarius placed his astral hand on the vault, examining it. Though Alvaro was far more powerful than Jason, his will is inferior. The man had no ambition, no desire beyond curing boredom. He removed his astral hand. Ambitionless fools will always be their own downfall. Lisa stepped forward. I have brought you to where your body is. How do you intend on getting in? Jarius shrugged his astral shoulders. There are a plethora of protections around this structure, including a rather large, intricate psychic protection, specifically designed to keep me out. He turned to Lisa. Only the power of the god Metamind can open this. Jarius chuckled. I still hold that power, Lisa said, waving her hand, cracking the large structure. Smiling, Jarius continued talking. Garyx is perhaps the most intelligent of the foes Jason has encountered. With my help, Jason would kill him. Without me, Garyx has a much better chance. Lisa looked at him. Garyx does not care about you helping Jason. He does not fear you, nor should he. Jarius shrugged. If that were true, then why are you here? Why go through this much trouble? Garyx has set up thousands of distractions for Jason, just to break me out of heaven unnoticed. You even admitted it when you met not too long ago. Oh, you will find out soon enough, little cretin, Lisa said, spreading her hands apart, splitting the vault in two. They flew away with the movements of her hands. The contents became visible. They saw a table with a great sword, ring, the book resting on it. Just in front of that table was a large gray cylinder made of light. Inside of the cylinder floated a motionless body identical to the astral form of Garyx. I am done here, Garyx calls me, Lisa said, vanishing. Garyx smiled. Raising his hand, he looked at the sword on the table. Come to me, my Godslayer sword. The sword obeyed his command, floating up, hovering his direction. Arriving, Garyx did not grab it. Absorb this, he commanded the blade. Light from the cylinder flowed into the sword. Time within that small area returned. His body fell to the ground. His astral form disappeared. The body of Garyx Kane moaned. Taking in a deep breath, his body stretched, getting used to life once again. Amazing! Absolutely amazing! Laughing, the living Garyx stood up. His hand took hold of the Godslayer sword. Feels good to touch you again, my greatest creation. His body vanished, reappearing in front of the table. Picking up the ring to examine it, he smiled victoriously. I am free, in control, and all of my regained powers are still mine. He put the ring on, letting go of the sword. It dematerialized instantly. Grabbing the spellbook and flipping through the pages, the mage laughed. Oh, whatever shall I do now? I am so close to being cretin once again. Yes, you are. What? Jerry spun around, shocked to hear a voice coming from nowhere, yet also from everywhere. Who is that? You know who I am. He narrowed his eyes and whispered, Dagon. Yes, I completely forgot about you. Jason put you in my head after he took over all of your divinity. Correct. How does it feel to have nothing again? You have more experience than I do at this. That I do, old friend. Garyx stepped away from the table, still holding his book with one hand. With his free hand, his sword materialized in his palm. We are almost complete again. Do you know what we will be doing first? No. You seem happy about me being in your head. Why is that? Because you are going to help me, Dagon. Help you what and how? My brain has 6 psychic components. They are locked for my usage. You, however, should be able to find a way to control them. Together, we have a great deal of work to do. Will we truly be cretin again? End of chapter 5.